Listen carefully. Some marriages are hidden. Some are forced. Some are illegal. But this one was signed, stamped, witnessed. And yet, when people heard the truth, they asked only one question. How can one man legally marry 3 sisters? This is not a joke. This is not rumor. It happened. And when the reason came out, nobody defended him again. Now listen. His name was Ethan Cole. 38 years old. Well-dressed. Calm voice. Good job in the city. Women liked him. Men respected him. He lived a quiet life. In a modern estate. Far from noise. Far from drama. People said he was lucky. But luck was not what brought him into the Adebayo family. It was desperation. The Adebayo sisters were known in their area. Not for beauty alone. Not for wealth. But for tragedy. Their parents died young. One accident. One night. Gone. What remained were 3 sisters. And a secret. Laura, the first sister. 32. Strong. Protective. Never married. She carried responsibility. Like a heavy bag on her head. Mira, the second. 29. Soft-spoken. Emotional. Always sick. Doctors found nothing. But strength never stayed with her. Tina, the last. 24. Bright. Laughing. Still hopeful. But hope alone does not feed a family. They struggled. Rent. Food. Hospital bills. And then Ethan entered their lives. Ethan first met Laura. She worked at the front desk of his office building. Polite. Focused. Never smiling too much. One evening, he noticed her crying quietly. He did not ask questions. He listened. That was how he learned about her sisters. The bills. The pressure. The fear. He helped. Small help at first. Then more. Rent paid. Medicine bought. Food delivered. People said he was kind. They did not know he was watching something else. One night, Ethan sat with the 3 sisters in their small living room. The light flickered. Rain tapped the window. I want to help you, he said calmly. But not like this. Laura frowned. What do you mean? Ethan took a slow breath. I want to marry you. Silence. Tina's eyes widened. Mira looked down. Laura shook her head. No, she said quickly. I can't. Ethan nodded. I know, he replied. But listen carefully. Before you refuse. That was when he said the words that changed their lives forever. I will marry all 3 of you. A pause. Legally. Tina laughed. Mira started crying. Laura stood up. Are you mad? She asked. Ethan remained calm. It is possible, he said. In certain laws. Certain agreements. This is not love, Laura said angrily. This is madness. Ethan looked directly at her. This is survival, he replied quietly. Then he added the sentence that froze the room. If you refuse, the help stops. That night, the sisters did not sleep. Laura walked up and down. Mira coughed through the darkness. Tina stared at the ceiling. They were not choosing love. They were choosing between dignity and death. By morning, Laura sat across from Ethan. Her voice was low. If we agree, she asked, what do you want in return? Ethan paused. Then he said softly, Children. The agreement was signed quietly. No big wedding. No church. No celebration. Just papers. Lawyers. Witnesses who asked no questions. 3 names under one man. Laura Adebayo. Mira Adebayo. Tina Adebayo. And beside them, Ethan Cole. When the document was stamped, the room went silent. Even the lawyer cleared his throat twice. "This is unusual," he said. Ethan smiled. Unusual does not mean illegal. The news did not spread fast. It exploded. Neighbors whispered. Phones rang non-stop. Social media caught fire. 3 sisters. Is this a joke? Is he a cult man? Money has finished their shame. People insulted the sisters. Not Ethan. They said the women were desperate. Greedy. Shameless. Laura heard it all. At the market. At the bus stop. At church. She kept her head high. Because shame does not pay hospital bills. Ethan moved them into a large duplex. Modern. Clean. Cold. Each sister had a room. Locks on the doors. Cameras in the hallway. Rules were posted on the wall. No visitors. No phones at night. No discussing private matters outside. And one rule, written boldly. Children must be reported immediately. Mira read it and trembled. Tina laughed nervously. Laura stared at it. And felt something twist inside her chest. Ethan treated them differently. With Laura, he was formal. Almost distant. "You are strong," he said. "You will manage the house." With Mira, he was gentle. Careful. "You are fragile," he told her. "Stress is dangerous for you." But with Tina, he watched her. Too closely. "You are special," he said one night. "You don't even know it yet." Tina smiled politely. But inside, fear began to grow. It happened 3 months later. Mira collapsed in the kitchen. Hospital. Test. Silence. Then the doctor smiled. "She's pregnant." Ethan arrived 10 minutes later. Not happy. Not excited. Relieved. He signed papers immediately. Better care. Better food. Private doctor. But something strange followed. Ethan started asking questions. Not about Mira. About the baby. Blood type. Family history. Dreams Mira had while sleeping. Laura noticed. And she started listening. One afternoon, Laura searched Ethan's study. She didn't plan to. Her hand just moved. She found a locked drawer. Inside. Medical files. Old records. Family trees. Name circled in red. Her family name. Adebayo. Her hands shook. Then she saw a word written many times. Compatibility. Below it. A sentence that froze her blood. 1 child must survive. 2 may fail. 3 increases success. Laura closed the drawer slowly. Her heart pounding. This was not marriage. This was selection. Weeks later, Tina became pregnant. Ethan reacted differently. He smiled. For the first time. But 2 months later, Tina lost the baby. Silently. Painfully. Ethan showed no sadness. Only calculation. Mira's pregnancy continued. But her health worsened. Nightmares. Weakness. Voices calling her name. She cried at night. "I don't feel safe," she whispered to Laura. "I feel like something is watching me." One evening, Laura met an old woman near the hospital. The woman stared at her stomach. "You carry the same blood," she said. Laura stepped back. "Which blood?" she asked. The woman leaned closer. Men like your husband don't marry families, she whispered. They harvest them. Then she walked away. The night Mira went into labor. Rain fell without stopping. Not soft rain. Heavy rain. The kind that sounds like warning. The hospital lights flickered as nurses rushed around. Mira screamed. Not the scream of pain alone, but the scream of fear. I don't want him here, she cried. Please, don't let him touch me. Ethan stood outside the room. Calm. Focused. As if this was not birth, but a test. After hours of struggle, the baby came. A boy. The nurses smiled. But the doctor did not. He stared at the child longer than necessary. Then he checked again. And again. Something was wrong. The baby's cry was weak. Too weak. Ethan stepped forward. Is he alive? He asked. The doctor nodded slowly. Yes, but. Ethan raised a hand. No, but, he said quietly. He will survive. The doctor swallowed. Because something about Ethan's voice did not sound like hope. It sounded like demand. While Mira slept, Laura returned to the study. This time, she took everything. Files. Documents. Old photographs. And then she found it. A newspaper clipping. Years old. Tragic fire destroys at the Bayo compound, entire family lost. Below it. One name survived. Ethan Cole. Her heart stopped. She remembered stories their parents once told. About a man who married into the family. A man obsessed with inheritance. A man who lost everything in a mysterious fire. A man who swore. The Adebayo blood will return to me. Laura sank to the floor. This was revenge. This was obsession. This was inheritance hunting. That same night, Tina confessed something. I didn't lose the baby naturally, she whispered. Laura froze. What do you mean? Tina looked away. He gave me something, she said. Said it was vitamins. He said, only one child must come. Laura's hands shook. This was no longer fear. This was crime. Ethan believed Myra's child would fail. He was waiting for Laura. Because Laura had never been pregnant. And he believed she was the strongest carrier. That night, he came to her room. You've always been different, he said softly. Stronger. Smarter. Laura smiled. But her eyes were cold. You married us for blood, she said. Not love. Ethan did not deny it. Love does not build legacy, he replied. Blood does. That was when Laura knew. There was no reasoning. Only escape. Laura did not run. She waited. She recorded. She gathered evidence. And the next morning, she went public. Police. Doctors. Lawyers. Journalists. Everything Ethan hid was dragged into the light. The hospital reports. The forced medications. The genetic obsession. Ethan was arrested quietly. No shouting. No drama. Just cold handcuffs. Mira's child survived. Weak. But alive. Tina healed. And Laura. She never married again. Instead, she adopted children. Not for blood. But for love. Years later, people still whisper. Not about scandal. But about wisdom. They say. That man married 3 sisters to build a legacy. But lost everything because he forgot one thing. Moral. Marriage without love is control. Blood without compassion becomes curse. And power taken by force always returns with consequences.